Hello everyone, my name is Tara and today I'll be talking about workers' stress. Stress in workplace accumulates to a huge amount of monetary loss and inefficiency in the workplace each year by leading individuals to health-related illnesses and reduce their job performance and productivity. Whether the perceived stress is rooted in personality characteristics or is environmental, it still poses a great obstacle for efficiency for the workplace. I've been working in an insurance agency for 2 years now, and my job is to handle the commercial insurance department, which includes customer service and issuing insurance for new businesses. Daily stresses for an insurance representative who is involved with meeting prospects, selling, and account managing are really high. I describe my work environment to be as stressful as an emergency room. We are like doctors for those who got into an accident, had bodily injuries, lost an employee, or had an extreme water damage in their property. I have to deal with angry clients either over the phone or in person, as well as my own goof-ups. Much of the paperwork we are dealing with is extremely time sensitive and tedious. My job requires excessive work speed, output, and concentration in a very limited time. Therefore, I consider work overload as one of the main sources of stress at my job. According to the textbook, there are several approaches to define the meaning of workplace-related stress. However, all approaches have some factors in common. They all view worker stress as an interaction between the person and some environmental event or stressors. Therefore, IO psychologists define worker stress as a psychological and/or physiological reactions to an event that is perceived to be threatening or taxing. In general, worker stress arises from either organizational sources or situational stress, such as work task stressors or work role stressors, or individuals' personal characteristics or dispositional sources, such as type A behavior pattern. Work-related stresses could also have important bottom-line variables such as productivity and job performance. Employees suffering from high stress levels resulted from work overload have poor performance and are less productive at workplace. Work overload, which is also known as role overload, is a common source of stress resulting when a job requires excessive speed, output, or concentration. The stress in workplace has been subjected to a variety of studies in recent years. In a study conducted by David R. Froh and Nelia S. Browning, the relationship between perceived organizational variables and personality variables were carefully examined. The purpose of this correlational study, was to examine the incremental variance accounted by certain personal characteristics, the personality variables, and the organizational variables. Based on the findings of this study, the primary sets of variables, organizational personality characteristics, were found as the major sources of stress causing poor performance among workers. The results of this study also revealed that among those variables, work overload accounted for approximately 67% of the variance in manifest anxiety, and this organizational variable was the best predictor for stress-related illness. Now, what can we do to reduce stress in the workplace? Human resources can step in and play a critical role in managing stress in workplace by maintaining open lines of communication between the HR division and other departments. Policies can be enforced and early action can be taken to prevent critical issues. Learning useful coping strategies such as problem-focused strategy could be very helpful for employees. This strategy relies on using active ways to directly tackle the solution that caused the stress, such as analyzing the situation, talking to a person, time management, and could act as a key to avoid work overload and other common stresses among workers. Thank you so much for watching.